You're listening to the Screen Team on 930 KWOC.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
To infinity and beyond!
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Please, what does it always mean? This Junior.
That's his name. Henry Jones Jr.
Like Indiana.
We're named the dog Indiana.
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
I am your father.
My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Bond. James Bond.
And now the Screen Team on News Radio 930 KWOC. It's Saturday at 6 p.m. Welcome to the Screen Team on today's Talk 930 KWOC. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. My lovely bride, Miss Sabrina J., is back after like 3 months off, man. Dude, it is good to see you. How are you?
I'm good, and I'm tired, and I'm like so chill right now.
Yeah?
It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. You look great, by the way.
Baby.
You look awesome, and you brought a guest with us.
Yes.
You've brought a longtime supporter of the Screen Team.
Since the beginning, right?
Since the beginning, and this is his first time on the show.
We suck.
We do. We're not going to lie about that. Steve Whitworth, it's good to have you on the show, sir.
Great to be here. I've enjoyed sponsoring you, I've enjoyed listening to you, and you do a great job, and I'm glad to be here.
We appreciate you, and we've invited you on the show, and we've invited you to make the picks for the show today. And what's the first movie we're going to be reviewing today?
The first movie is Hondo. It's a John Wayne movie, and I discovered that late in my life. I'd watched John Wayne all my life, and for some reason this didn't ever get playtime when I saw it. Then I had a chance to see it. I grew up watching late night TV, and the movies would come on, and I watched a lot of them. But Hondo really struck me as, it's just kind of a quintessential John Wayne movie. The original story is written by Louis L'Amour early in his career, and I just love the way that John Wayne teaches lessons to a young child in the movie. He teaches lessons to young scouts. He's seen it all, been there, lived with Indians, and so he has great respect. They always talk about, when I was growing up, they talked about, John Wayne killing off the Indians, and always talked about him in a negative way when they're trying to get rights for Native Americans, Indians, whatever you want to call them. And they always ran down John Wayne as one to be disrespecting Indians. But in all of his movies, he shows great respect towards the Native Americans, the Indians, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
And in this movie especially, they honored warriors, honored opponents, honored foes. And I just love the many elements of this movie.
And John Wayne, he's Hondo, right?
That's right, Hondo Lane. Yeah.
And he's kind of a wanderer, if you will. Like you said, he's been all around, and he meets up with this family that's kind of living by themselves, right?
Right, yeah. Geraldine Page, in her first screen role, she was a big-time stage actress at the time, and this is her first screen role, and she plays a part of a plain-looking frontier wife whose husband is very indifferent towards her, runs off, hardly ever checks on her, leaves her to her own devices to run the farm, and Hondo comes upon her. He's lost his horse, and he needs to buy a horse, and needs some food and grub. He's an independent man, but he just needed help. Wandered to their farm, their ranch, or whatever you want to call it, and entered their lives.
So what is it about this film that you like, Steve?
Well, I love and you see funny camera angles in this movie, because this was made in the 50s when TV was taking hold of keeping people from the theaters, because people are staying home watching TV. So this was one of the 3D movies, one of the last 3D movies, because when this was released, the 3D was on the wane, but it still was a John Wayne movie, so it was very popular at the box office. But so there's cool camera angles in this, the spears coming right at the camera, guns shooting right into the camera. But what I liked about it was John Wayne, like this, he finds out this little boy's he said, "Go." He's taking his little boys fishing. Go over to
It's a great
the other
scene.
side of the stream. There, it's better. The sun will be in your face, and that'll be better angle for you to fish. You try and teach them how to fish using shadows and angles and everything. And he said, "Well, kid said, I don't know how to swim." And he said, "Look, you don't know how to swim." So he just grabs him by the back of the collar and the scruff of his pants and throws him in.
Yeah.
And he says, "Now reach out and grab some water and pull it towards you, kid." And he teaches the kid how to swim.
Yeah.
And whenever he comes across a situation like that, that's what Hondo does. He just takes care of it right then.
That's right. That's right. Sabrina, Hondo, what are your thoughts on it, man?
I liked Hondo.
Yeah?
I liked his character a lot. I found myself asking questions, kind of through the movie because I was easily distracted. It was late at night, and I was kind of like, well, now why is it doing that? Well, go back, because I thought I missed something. So it was easy for me to be distracted, but I picked up on a lot of stuff that I normally wouldn't have, and I was like, this was a 3D movie? Chris was reading up on the details of it, and then I got curious. And the more curious I got, the more into the movie I got. And so it was like, because like for you, this was a classic movie that you loved probably when it first came out, right?
Well,
No.
but I was born in '59. This came out in '53.
Oh, I thought it was in like the 70s or something.
No,
I didn't even know.
It came out, and I discovered it late in life. Like it was in my late teens. Wow, this is a cool John Wayne movie.
Yeah.
Why haven't I seen this before?
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I changed my opinion. No, I still liked the movie. My grandfather is addicted to Westerns. Like when we go to their house,
That's
always
Western Channel.
on the Western Channel. And it's a lot of the same shows. So it's a lot of TV Westerns. And I once in a while will pick up on something I haven't seen him watch before, when I'm there. But I'm going to ask him, have you seen any of these movies that we're going to review today? Because I want to be able to at least sit and have a conversation with him about it. Right. And so that was kind of cool. If you have somebody in your family that's a huge Westerns fan, just watching a couple of them, especially the movies like this, gives you something to sit and chat with somebody that has a passion that's other than yours. Like I could never sit and talk, horror movies with my grandpa, but
That's a good thing, I think.
Yeah. But I thought the girl, she had a lot of character. The kid was adorable and never did anything that you just didn't go because you were like, yeah, I've seen that before. Some things just never change no matter what the genre of the movie is. But John Wayne is John Wayne, man.
I still love that scene that Steve was talking about where he's trying to teach him how to swim, and he doesn't just like pick him up and throw him in there. He launches in him.
He chucked him right in the middle of it.
Stunt man, and he picks up with a John Wayne Strong, picks that kid up and just throws him in like he's a sack of potatoes.
It's not even a cut scene. Like they're having the conversation. Well, come here. And he picks him up and wow.
And then Geraldine Page comes along. And he says, "What are you doing to my child?" And he said, "Well, he didn't know how to swim. The boy ought to know how to swim." She says, "Well, I never learned how to swim." And he looks at her, and her eyes get big, and she turns around and takes off running.
I really thought he was going to chuck her into.
He would have if he could have caught her.
I enjoyed this film too, guys. Growing up, my grandpa was a big John Wayne fan. My dad was a big John Wayne fan. I never really got into John Wayne until older in life and stuff like that. And I enjoy films like The Searchers and what's the one where he's in Ireland?
Oh yeah, the Quiet Man.
The Quiet Man's another great one.
Maureen O'Hara.
Yeah, Donovan's Reef's another good one. I never heard of Hondo, but watching it, I really, really enjoyed it. I thought the cinematography was beautiful. A lot of great locations that they filmed in, and it was a really easy watch.
That had the same theme through all these three movies that I picked. Beautiful cinematography, gorgeous scenery. And another thing that I liked about this movie is, and all three movies have this lesson: if you never know what good will come if you just keep on fighting. There's great action scene at the very end of the movie, and there's a desperate struggle. And all three of these movies, there's a desperate struggle, and if you just keep on doing the best you can, using your best wits and your best determination, good things can happen.
Yeah.
So I won't give away the end of the movie, but
that's good.
The movie is called Hondo. It stars John Wayne, and you can find it on DVD. Coming up after the break, we're going to review Zulu. That's next on Today's Talk 930 KWOC.